whenever you're feeling some type of way, never hide your emotions, because if you hide them, you're not being true to yourself.
Hello, hello, hello. It's Coach Jonnybee here. Welcome to Moments with Coach Jonnybee. This is the first episode in 2026, and this platform is just to have sessions with queens going to represent the country on the global stage. And today we have a very special guest that would be joining us for this very first episode in this year. We have Miss Eco Netherlands. What really inspired you to join Miss Eco Netherlands? Yes.
Thank you for this question. So me as a little girl, I grew up in a very small village in Netherlands, surrounded by nature, and I was also really living very close to the water, so I had a very strong connection with nature. But when I went to study in a big city, I found out that it was not really important in, big places, and I found out that people were not as connected with nature as I was. And I think it's really sad because humans and nature, we share one planet, so to have a very good connection is extremely important. And that is also what I wanted to show everyone and to show the whole world, how deeply we're connected with nature and that we are basically living as one. So that is why I really wanted to join specifically Miss Eco International, because I feel like showing the bond that we humans have with nature is something that we should all know and we should all keep on learning from.
That's amazing. Can you share a one memory event about your pageant journey?
So one memorable event was definitely me helping in a wildlife shelter.
Wow.
So I did some volunteering work during the national pageant of Miss Eco Netherlands. And it was super sad to see because the animal shelter actually was rescuing animals that were stuck in streets or stuck under things, and they were not being helped, so they were really weak, and we got to feed them and make them stronger again, and we also got to release them back into the wild. So it is really about taking care of the animals and making sure that they can survive back in the wild. We did not want to keep the animals, they don't want to keep them prisoned, but they really are focusing on releasing them back into the wild, and that is something that I really loved and that really stuck with me.
That's really amazing. So how do you balance your personal life with you being Miss Eco Netherlands?
So that is such a great question. I am doing my studies in facility management. And so in my studies, I focus very much on the Sustainable Development Goals set by the UN. And that is something that really aligns with Miss Eco International as well. And I also want to keep focusing on becoming more sustainable, not as a country, but as a world. So yeah, I
Wow.
can really match them well together.
Wow. Tell us about your advocacy as Miss Eco Netherlands. What is that thing you're really passionate about?
So something that I personally am really passionate about is the biodiversity. It is because I feel like a lot of people see it as a very complicated subject and they don't know a lot about it. But basically what it really is just everything that is alive on this planet. So that includes humans, includes animals, plants, but also all kinds of organisms. And the reason why it is so important that we speak up on biodiversity right now is because a lot of plants or animals or organisms are being threatened by their destruction of their habitats or climate change. But really, we humans are alive because of them. 50% of the medicines that we use for humans, they come from plants, and a big part of them is endangered. So we should actually, the way that they care for us, we should care back for them. And I feel like it is something that is not really talked about a lot. Climate change is obviously being talked about a lot, but I really wanted to focus on the things that why climate change is so dangerous for humans and dangerous for the planet as a whole. So I have done a range of things because I really feel like doing the little things matter the most. If you walk all over the street you can grab some garbage off of the ground and throw it away, but you can also tell the person that you're walking with to also do it next time they're walking. But something that I also been doing is doing a eco-friendly fashion show and organizing it. And remade clothes and show the remade clothes, which were like 100% recycled. But I also did some street cleanup. And something that I really love about this specific event is that it does not only show your confidence, your catwalk, who you are as a person, but it also tells the story behind the dress. It tells the story on why you made this. It tells a story on why and how easy it actually is to reuse and remake fashion. So your nerves can make you feel like very high. It can make your chest go a little bit forward, and you can very panic and have a lot of energy in the upper part of your body. So what I try to do is standing strong and grounding my energy through the floor. So
when you're going on stage to perform as a beauty queen or as a contestant, you need to embody confidence. Like it's something that you cannot overemphasize. What are your future goals beyond the pageant world?
future goals beyond the pageant world is continuing working to make this world more sustainable through my career as a facility manager. I have been in a dancing school for I think 10 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is something that I do every day, and I really get so happy and I feel so energized when doing it. And I think that's also why I love doing it for people. If you're on stage, if you're dancing, if you're walking in a pageant, if you're acting, if you're doing anything, just have a smile and be genuinely happy. And that is something that I really learned through dancing. So the best piece of advice that I've ever taken from someone was from my mom, actually. My mom, she's a very, very strong woman.
Wow.
She raised me and my little brother all by herself. And she said to me always, no matter what happens, what emotions you might feel, never hide it. Whenever you're feeling some type of way, never hide your emotions, because if you hide them, you're not being true to yourself and you're not showing the true you did, not only to others, but also not to yourself. And that is the moment where you might lose yourself. So even if you're feeling very overwhelmed, if you're feeling very sad or very, very happy, let that emotion be